Thinking of selling your home? If you have red walls, we have to talk. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Jen, your Delaware Realtor. I'm a local Delaware real estate agent that basically covers the entire state because we are so small. So whether you're looking to buy or sell in Delaware, I would absolutely love the opportunity to help you. My information is down below in the description, so please feel free to send me an email. When selling a home, the paint choices can significantly influence how quickly your home sells. Neutral, versatile colors are generally the best choice because they appeal to a broader range of potential buyers. And really, at the end of the day, we are looking for buyers to come into your home and envision their life in your home. Envision their furniture, their kids growing up in their home, them growing old in your home. And we don't want them to be distracted by the paint colors or your furniture. Now, the furniture is a topic for another video, which means that certain paint colors can decrease the home's perceived value and sellability, which often leads to lower offers. So let's go over the best paint colors and the worst paint colors for both the interior and the exterior of the home. Let's start off with the best interior colors, starting with number 1, soft whites and off-whites. Soft whites and off-whites, such as white dove and alabaster, give the home a clean, spacious, bright feeling. This allows buyers to picture their own furniture and decor in your house, allowing them to bring their own pops of color. Number 2, light grays. You probably knew I was going to say that. Light gray has become very, very popular. I, for one, used it in my entire house. Agreeable gray seems to be a very popular light gray. And the reason is because light gray goes with various different styles. So whether you're looking at farmhouse or mid-century modern, it kind of matches everything, which makes it very, very popular for millennial, Gen Z, and even some baby boomer buyers. Number 3, warm neutrals. Warm neutrals give off that cozy feeling without being too bold. You don't want to go too far into the beige direction, but just giving that touch of a warm neutral allows you to feel at home and kind of cozy, making it very, very popular for buyers. Number 4, beige. Now, you heard that correctly. That is actually a mixture of beige and gray. And to give you an example, I had a listing that when I first went into the listing, each room was a different color. It honestly kind of looked like Skittles in there. Whether it be red, purple, you name it, it was in there. And honestly, we sat on the market. And the feedback was that the house needed to be painted. So essentially, we pulled it off the market. We painted it a grayish, which was a mixture between gray and beige, which matched the floors perfectly. And the home sold within a week. And it sold for over asking, which tells me that the paint color really was the deciding factor in this home. The location was awesome. It was really just the fact that, honestly, it looked like Skittles in there. Number 5, soft blues and grays. Now, notice I said soft. So things like sea salt, you're just giving a touch of color. You're not going overboard with the dark blue or navy or anything else like that. It's just a touch of blue or green, which is very popular, especially in coastal Delaware, which I honestly think that matches the area completely. And personally, if I lived in coastal Delaware, I would probably paint my house a sea salt. Okay, so those were 5 best colors for the interior of your house. Now let's talk about the colors that you want to avoid in the interior of your house. Starting with bright and bold colors. Colors like red, orange, yellow, purple. These are known to actually get you a lower amount of money for your house, and they're known to basically turn off buyers because the first thing that they're seeing when they walk in the home is the fact that they're going to need to paint. And in a market where we are currently, where homes are selling for still over asking, if not at asking price, no one really wants to come into a home and the first thing that they have to do is paint. For example, I had a listing, and when I first walked into this listing, the kitchen was red, like bright red. And I mentioned that red normally gets you slightly less for your house. I offered a color that I thought would match the rest of the house, and I left that listing appointment honestly thinking they're not going to pick me. I then went back to the listing and they actually had taken my advice and they had painted the entire kitchen. And my seller said, I now know exactly what you were talking about. My kitchen is now seems brighter and bigger and more inviting, and I wish I never would have painted it red from the beginning. And we were on the market for less than a day and we sold for over asking. And I really truly think that if the house had stayed with a red kitchen, we may not have sold that quickly. So just keep in mind that if you are painting your house red, yellow, orange, or purple, it may be in your best interest to paint a neutral color when you are trying to sell. Number 2, dark colors. Now, I know I mentioned this before earlier in this video. I mentioned navy. So anything like black, dark brown, navy, dark blues, dark greens, you may want to think about painting that. And that the reason is because when you have a very dark color, it makes the room seem a lot smaller. And honestly, a lot of people just don't want to really live in dungeons. I've seen people that they have completely painted everything. Trim, ceiling, walls, all like a dark green or a dark navy. And that's great if you're living there. But for someone else coming in, the room seems kind of small and like a dungeon essentially. So you might want to think about painting it a different color. Number 3, highly personalized colors. This normally goes for kids' rooms. So whether you have painted your kids' room a very bold color or there is a special theme, it doesn't allow buyers to envision their stuff in your space. For example, my daughter's room, I decided if I had my way, honestly, I would have painted the entire room a bright pink. Now, my husband and I compromised and we just did an accent wall, but it is a bright pink. And I realized that not every family, 1, has girls, and 2, not every family that does have girls likes pink. So I went in with the intention, now I'm not planning on selling my house, but if ever I decided to sell my house, I knew that I was going to have to paint that wall before putting it up on the market. And I was fully okay with that. Honestly, I was fully okay with just painting the entire room over. But like I said, we compromised. And I did 1 accent wall. So just keep in mind that if you have a theme, like I saw a room where the entire room was Lilo and Stitch. And yes, like if that is your theme, go big or go home. But just know that when you're going to put it up on the market, you might have to pull that stuff down and kind of just make it more neutral so that buyers picture their own stuff in your room. Number 4 is outdated colors, such as pastel pink, mint green, peach. It makes the house feel dated and that it needs an update. So listen, if your house kind of looks like mint chocolate chip, you might want to think about painting a different color. It may not help you just because the buyer may think that the house needs other renovations because they can't get past the wall colors. And lastly, number 5, strong accent walls. So if you have a wall that doesn't match the rest of the room, okay, like me, it may be in your best interest to paint that wall or maybe remove the wallpaper if it's wallpaper that you have up there. It sometimes is looked at as a negative feature to the home in the buyer's eyes. Me personally, if I walked into another house that had a bright pink accent wall, 100% I would buy that house, no questions asked. But that's just me personally, and just because I'm living a Barbie's world right now. But to some, they would walk in there and be like, that's not my color. I hate that. So just know that if you have a strong accent wall, you may I suggest thinking about painting it. Okay, so there are 5 different interior colors that are suggested to paint your home, and then 5 different interior colors that are not suggested to paint your home and avoid when selling, just when selling. All right, so let's talk about the 5 colors that you should think about painting your exterior of your home. Number 1 being classic white. I believe the trend right now is to, if you have a brick home, is to paint your entire house essentially and the brick white. And personally, I do like this. I whitewashed my brick fireplace just because the red to me was 1, dated, and 2, just too bold and in your face, and honestly just made my basement seem very dark. Same thing goes with the exterior of your home. I'm seeing a lot of TikToks where people are painting the exterior of their home a classic white. Now, if you're someone like me, the front of my house never actually sees sunlight. Sun comes up in the back of the house and sets in the other side of the house, right? So never sees sun in the front. So I am very nervous to do anything with white just because the mildew that gets on the front of the house very quickly. I just don't want to be out there power washing basically every week. So if you are someone that is in the same similar situation, you might want to think about a different color. Maybe one of these other colors. Number 2, light gray. You knew I was going to say that one too, right? It is very popular to have a light gray exterior. Me being, for example, I have a tan color and I am looking to switch over to a gray. Now, I would love to go to a dark gray, but it looks like I'm probably going to go to a medium gray. But there are so many different siding colors available now, especially in the grays, whether you were looking for a light gray, a medium gray, or even a dark gray with white accents or wood accents. The gray makes the home seem more modern, well taken care of, and has great curb appeal. Number 3 is beige. Beige creates, once again, that warm, inviting feeling, which gives you curb appeal, and it allows the buyer to have that homey feeling as they're touring your home. Number 4 is navy blue. I bet you didn't think I was going to say that. So while navy may turn some people off in the interior of your home, on the exterior of your home, you actually may stick out because especially in Delaware, navy is not a popular color. A lot of the colors in Delaware are sand, whether it be gray, or I've seen some blues, but it's more, I don't want to say royal blue, but it's definitely not navy either. So we do see some blue, but definitely not navy blue. So I really think that would make you kind of stick out if that's what you're looking for, and also make your home seem more modern and maybe give the appearance that the home is super updated inside because you've taken care of the exterior of your home. And the last one is soft green. Now, soft green is very popular, once again, in coastal beaches. And the reason is because it has a very coastal vibe, and the builders down there are using soft blues and soft greens for the exterior of your home, which basically gives it like a clean, neutral, and calming feel when you're walking through the home. Okay, so these colors are what you want to avoid for the exterior of your home, such as pink, orange, purple, bright yellow, neon colors, anything that you can think of that is completely off the wall. For example, my parents have a neighbor down the street that she painted her entire house purple. Purple. I mean, it's like there's no denying that it is purple. So that would turn a buyer off because I don't know how much she spent to get the exterior of her house painted. But I do know that if someone came in there and they wanted to change that, it probably would be kind of expensive to paint the whole exterior of her house. So just keep that in mind. Also, like outdated colors or saturated colors such as bright red. I know bright red, a lot of barns are bright red, but you maybe not think about your entire house being bright red. Although we do have a house in Delaware that has a bright red roof. It's a metal roof, but it is bright red and it does not match the exterior of the house at all. So just know that if someone were to come to your house and, for example, you have a red metal roof, you may want to think about that for sellability later. All right, so there you have it. There are some interior colors and exterior colors that are best when selling, and also colors that you should avoid when selling. Now, keep in mind, I keep mentioning when you're selling. I am not telling you not to show your personality or to show your creativity. I mean, if every single person in America had the same colors in their houses, life would be pretty boring. This is only for the sellers that are looking to sell their home. When you're trying to get the most amount of money for your home, you're trying to get the most amount of eyes on your home so that you have multiple offers and you create that bidding war and everyone wants your home and you sell it very quickly. This is not if you are living in the home. Just like I said, I have a bright pink accent wall that I have no plans on getting rid of anytime soon, unless my daughter starts talking and tells me she hates it. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying to not show your personality. I go in homes all the time that have beautiful accent walls or are painted beautifully. Now, me personally, every single room in my house is the same color, except for my daughter's. And that's just a personal preference of mine, because I just like this color, honestly. If you are interested in this color, it's called Drizzle from Home Depot. But once again, if you stick to, when selling, neutral colors that the buyer can envision their furniture and their decor in your home, that's going to be your best bet. I know that it may hurt to say you painted a mural on the wall that was for your daughter or son, and it kills you to have to paint over that. It also kills me to have to tell you to paint over that as well. I just want you to know that. But know that you're not taking that wall with you. So it's kind of like pre-packing. So when I come into a listing appointment and I tell you we're going to pre-pack some of your stuff, it's kind of like that. And I know that it is very difficult to do, and I totally understand. But if you would like to get the most amount of money for your house and sell it very quickly, I do suggest that you paint over some of the murals. Just my suggestions. I really hope that this video helped. If it did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you are a buyer that is looking to purchase in Delaware, I would absolutely love the opportunity to help you. My information is down below in the description, so please feel free to send me an email. If you are a seller that is looking to sell your property, I would also love the opportunity to help you. There is a link down below in the description for an instant valuation of what your home is worth, or you can send me an email and I can send you a personalized CMA. Once again, I really hope this video helped. If it did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Hey, if you were thinking about moving to Delaware, you should definitely check out this video right here. And if you would love to tour Delaware communities with me, check out this playlist right here. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel.